Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Andrew and welcome on back to Minecraft Hardcore version 1.16.2. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'm having a fantastic day, and between episodes I was able to get a lot done. So, between episodes I have done a little bit of work, off camera of course. We have done a little bit. I'll get into what exactly I've done. First off, you guys can tell that I actually have shaders on now because I was able to go ahead and install Optifine with the fabric mod. So I was able to go and work it out and actually have both Optifine and fabric for the replay mod running at the same time. Now I do want to say there is going to be a little bit of jittering occasionally, not all the time, but it is occasional jittering. So, between episodes, I have been working on the mine shaft, as you can see, and we actually got it all the way down to y equals 12. This is y equal 12 right here, and this is kind of like a staple for what I like to do for my like mine shafts that I make, is that I like to go ahead and mine at y equals 12 in kind of like a straight direction like this, and I think that I'm going to use that in the form of a time-lapse through certain videos. Not every video I'll have a time lapse of a 1-hour mining session, but today I kind of wanted to focus on something a little bit different. I kind of had an idea of building up the actual farming area, because right now the farmer that we have is kind of all the way up here and his crops are, let's just say, to be desired, because there's not much going on here. A couple things that I want to focus on today is, one, go and focus on some villager trading. Two, go and focus on a bit of farming and get a bit more in terms of like actual building going on with our actual animal shelters or pens, whatever you want to call them. Because I'm going to be creating at least 2 more, one for cows and one for pigs, and I think I'm going to have them in roughly the same area. But in order for me to do that, I'm going to need to go chop down some trees and just do a whole bunch of menial tasks in the get-go. So with that said, I'm going to go and take a quick cut right here, and I'm going to get started on this work. And most likely we'll actually do this in a little bit of a time lapse. So let me go and do that, and I'll be right back with you in a little bit of real time. Okay, and with that, 2 days later, I decided to do a little bit of terraforming, and we also got 2 new pens over here. I kind of wanted to make these pens a little bit bigger than the one for the sheep, because the one for the sheep looks a little bit on the small side. So I wanted to make the other pens a bit bigger. And what I'm most likely going to do is I'm going to try and keep these pens filled with animals as much as possible. Like, for instance, the sheep, I end up having to kill a couple because I was running low on food and I really didn't have any that I could actually use. So I ended up doing that. And then I had to go looking for some cows, which it's kind of weird. I had to go over to the pasture on that side of that mountain over there and get a couple cows. 4 of them in total, because I kind of think that starting off with 4 is much better than starting off with 2 or 3, because it's going to make things go a little bit faster. Now these sheep, I should go and get them bred right now. And I think, let's see here, just going to breed you two, because I can't breed you with anything. Oh, was there XP that dropped? Hey, no, get back in here. Get back in here. There you go. Don't do any of that misbehaving. Okay, Now with that, I think that's all I'm going to do for the farmer and all of his sheep and other animals, which I'm just putting cows over here. I was going to try and put pigs inside of this stall right here, but I'm going to have to get some leads first before I can do that. So that's a task for another day, to be honest with you. And I decided to go ahead and plant a couple of oak saplings over here, mostly because I wanted some trees to actually grow within the village itself. So that's all that I wanted to do in terms of the improvements with the village. Next up, I want to actually do a 1-hour mining session. That needs to be that. A 1-hour mining session inside of our mine shaft. Now, I am going to have to make a couple extra pickaxes before I do that. And in 1 hour's time, I will be back with you, and hopefully we have some good resources as well. So, let's go ahead and start that little bit of a time lapse as soon as I get these pickaxes that I need made. So, there we go. And we are just gonna want you two and you two. Just 2 pickaxes. We're gonna have those inside of our inventory. And I'm gonna make some more torches as well because we only got like 21. That's not gonna be a lot for a 1-hour mining session. So I'm gonna make some torches and then we'll get started with that time lapse. Okay, guys, so that was a bit of a disappointment right there. So I was inside of the mining shaft, as I said that I would be. I came all the way down here and started to strip mine. You guys can actually see my strip mine that I had going on here. There was a lot around me, as you guys can see, and like right now I'm inside of spectator mode, and this is all my stuff. I guess that there was a couple mobs over here that ended up spawning, and they ended up finding me. Now, I only was able to hear the spider, which the spider is actually right here, and I would have actually come right next to the spider if I didn't get blown up by that creeper. So it was definitely a risk and reward type situation here. I didn't realize that that this would be the end. Now, in true hardcore fashion, this means that it is the end of the hardcore world. But I don't think I want it to end. I don't think I want it to end at the moment. But I'm going to leave that to you guys to decide. Should we go ahead and continue with this Minecraft world? In fact, what I'm going to do real quick is just go in... I can't even go and switch game mode because right now I'm just in spectator. So I'm going to leave this decision to you guys. Do you guys want me to continue this as a regular single player series, or should I leave it alone and move on? Because this was a very disappointing way to end the series. And especially for the fact that it ended with a creeper killing me. You guys saw the actual screen right there. So I'm going to leave this decision to you guys. Do you guys want the world to continue? Or do you guys want to see something else? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll try to get back to it as soon as possible. Now, I know this is very disappointing as I've only been doing the series for less than a week, and I've already ended it because of me being killed. But with that said, there's not much that I can do about it unless I wanted to just go ahead and redo the entire thing and start again. Now, that does give us another option though. We can also just go and start a new hardcore world and just have it as a separate hardcore series. But I'm going to leave that to you guys. Anyway, just let me know down in the comments and I will catch you guys then. And a little bit shorter of an episode, I know, but unfortunately kind of can't help it since we pretty much died. So yeah, with that said, I am going to leave you guys here. I wanted to do a 1 hour mining session and hopefully get a lot done, but unfortunately that was not the case. Anyway, I'll check you guys in the next episode or next series or video or whatever we decide to do. Anyway, ciao for now.